Good day, El Paso. Your local junk caller here, Charlie, aka Dumpster Daddy. We are headed to a client's house right now. It is about 8:45. Repeat client headed over the mountain. I don't know if you can see. This is the west side of El Paso back here. We are crossing over the mountain, as you can see over here. Truck back there, mountain right there. So come along for the ride. We are still talking about the foundations for Dumpster Daddy. So as we go along on this journey on today, I'm gonna still be dropping some gems for you, things that we learned while we worked in the corporate world. Come along for the journey. Here we go. We have been talking about the foundation that we are laying here in El Paso for our junk removal company named Dumpster Daddy. Yesterday, we talked about service and delivering quality service and what it means to be, or the example that I gave of my father of a servant leader, a person who serves his community, serves his family, serves his friends, all of the people that comes in contact with him, his charge, how he has always displayed what it means to be a servant and a leader. So today, we're gonna still talk about service and being a servant, but we're gonna talk about professionalism. Professionalism is one thing that we need to talk about when it comes to service, is because before the client even calls you now, like my wife told me, before she reaches out to anybody, she goes on social media, she goes on Google, and she sees if they have an online presence, and she wants to see how the company or how that person presents themselves. So before the client even reaches out to you, they're checking your website, they're checking your socials, they're checking what you have out there on the web before they call you. So are you professional? How are you presenting yourself to the potential clients online? That is very important. Then once the client reaches out to you, if you, whether it be through email, text message, or a messenger, however you got it set up, calling, how professional are you in your response? Do you have a professional response for picking up the phone? When I answer my phone, it's always, "Thank you for calling Dumpster Daddy, this is Charlie. How may we help you? How may we service you?" Whatever your script is, come up with a script that is clear, concise, and the client knows exactly who they called and what they called you for. Dumpster Daddy junk removal, Dumpster Daddy, however I decide to put it at that time, or when they call, I do have a script. Once you are able to, get the phone call, your script is, you're confident in what you got to say to the client. You're confident in how you talk to the client, and they feel that, and they say, let's book this appointment. The next part of professionalism is you book the appointment for a certain amount of time. Let's just say between 8 and 9. I give in El Paso, I'm able to give an hour leeway. I do leave in some time in between jobs. Like right now, I just got done with a job. I got there earlier than I had planned, and I had told the client at like between 10 and 11. I got there at like 9:30, got done with my morning client early, took care of them, and now we're out here filming this part of the vlog before I have to go to my next client, which is at 12. And we have enough time to take care of them, to get on that side of town, get me something to eat, and I can still show up on time, take care of the client, see what it is they have, and get going to the next client. So you want to show up on time. If you're not going to show up on time, you need to be in constant communication with that client, letting them know everything that is going on. I have learned that if you're going to be late, the best way to help that client understand what is going on is to be in constant communication. Let them know another ETA, let them know what is going on, let them know I'm running behind, the client that I'm with is taking a little longer than I had planned or expected. Usually, most of the time, and I'm going to just go based off of my experience, about 99% of the time, the client is very understanding and receptive. They understand that you are a small business, or that you are a business and you're taking care of other people, and you want to, and you're being professional with letting them know what's going on, your timeline. One quick story, and this happened when we first started our business here in El Paso. One of our first clients was actually a family member of my wife, her Tia Pat. I'm gonna go ahead and throw her name out there, Tia Pat. She was a huge part of the development when we first came here from Orlando and Disney. She helped, well, she gave us our first few jobs, and she helped us when it came to the confidence of speaking to a client, working with the client, seeing it, assessing what it is that they need, and she paid our price for whatever it is that the job that she needed. And that was a huge confidence builder for both of us, me and my wife. And that's a huge thank you. But the one mistake that I made is when we first moved here, I needed to get my Texas driver's license. And I had told my Tia that I was gonna be over at her house by, I think I told her between 9 and 10. And I got to the DMV here in Texas, and they took a little longer than I had planned, and we were late. I didn't call her, I didn't text her, letting her know what was going on, and boy, did I tell you, she's a professional. And when I tell you, she chewed me out, but in a loving way, in a way that a auntie, a tia, a mother, a grandmother will reprimand one of their children or someone that they love. And just, she just disciplined me, like, hey, you're on my time. When I book you to come out to do something for me at my house, you're on my time, and I need you to be there when we said that you were going to be there. So that was a lesson learned, never happened again. But thank God, thank goodness it was with a family member, a professional woman, a woman who owns her own business and in her own right is doing her thing in El Paso. So that's what we're going to leave that one for right now. I'm going to come back to you once I get done making some other runs, and we'll talk more. All right, folks, we just pulled up to a client house. They reached out to us. They just called us today. We were given an estimate for another client. They were on the same side of town, so we are over here now. Just gave them my estimate for the job. They went for it. So we're about to take care of that. But let me show you what we got real quick. We got this right here. This is a client. They are remodeling the home. This is a rental property that they use. We got these appliances right here. And then we also got these cabinets right there. So we're gonna go ahead and knock that out for our client real quick. a good master. Yeah. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and end the vlog. It is the next day. I forgot to end it yesterday, so it is what it is. Dumpster Daddy out.